How do things happen? Well, things are caused. At least that's what we say, right? For every effect, there is a cause, and for every cause, there's an effect. Things happen in the world that lead to something else happening, and that's how the world goes forward and how things happen. Cause is kind of a nebulous thing. What causes us to be exchanging information this way? What causes me to cry when I hear a beautiful piece of music? I whack one billiard ball into another. I see one billiard ball roll. I see another billiard ball roll. Did I see a cause anywhere? So cause is a fairly complicated issue. Aristotle proposes that there are 4 causes. The first, he says, is the material. His example is of a silver saucer. He says, what causes there to be a silver saucer? Well, the silver saucer. The silver of the saucer. No silver, no saucer. So that's a cause of the saucer, the silver itself. Saucer. The idea of saucer, the possibility of saucer, the essence of saucer is a cause of that silver saucer. The material of a thing. Well, let's extend this off in some other directions. What causes me to scratch just there? Well, my skin has a property to it, a matter of it that has the possibility to itch. There is a shape to skin that makes itching possible, or the need to scratch possible. And these are present both in terms of cellular makeup and construction of the skin itself, in terms of how it all fits together, nerve endings, etc. These are causes. He says, if you will, the push, the motion, the energy put in is a cause. Thus, it's the work of the silversmith's hammer that makes the silver saucer. It is the motion of my hand and the excitation of my skin that causes the itch and the scratch. As he puts it, the father is the cause of the child. It's me pushing the boulder down the hill that makes it roll. Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever actually seen any boulder of any size moved? Large rocks, yes. But when people talk about boulders, they're always the size of cars. And I just have a hunch boulder is a broader term than that. But still. The idea is this. Go back to our silver saucer. The silver is a cause, because without it, there'd be no saucer, at least no silver saucer. Might be some other kind of saucer, but we have a silver saucer. The silver causes the silver saucer to be here. The saucerness of it, that is to say, the form. So we have a matter, we have a form. And now we're introducing what we might call a physical cause. You know, the impetus into the thing, the introduction of energy that makes the matter take the shape of the form. So, without that energy and that direction, there is no silver saucer. Now, the last one is the one that I think you'll find most interesting. The last one is the goal, the end. I want to eat off a silver plate. I want to have a nice silver saucer to put on my sideboard. Or just producing a silver saucer, because I'm a silversmith and silversmiths produce silver saucers. What's so interesting about this? Well, let's go back to our billiard ball example. We tend to think that I crack a billiard ball into a billiard ball, and that's why the billiard ball rolls. I hit one billiard ball with the cue, transfers energy to that first ball, then the second hits the second ball and energy transfers and it rolls. That's purely then the physical element. Little bit, I mean, after all, balls aren't round, they won't roll, so you've got the form, and then balls have to be hard enough to transfer the energy, so you've got the matter. But what Aristotle wants to insist is there is one more part to this, namely, I'm trying to hit the ball into a hole. You know, I'm playing billiards and I want to hit this ball here into that pocket down there. And in order to do that, I hit this ball with my cue and it goes into that ball and that goes into the cue. And that end product, that final place, is an important part of the cause. What about water running downhill? I mean, we don't have any trouble with the material part, water. Water is water. It has a certain shape to it. It's liquid. It's not so viscous that it's going to be incapable of rolling, and yet it's not so absorptive or absorbable that it's going to be all soaked up. It can run down the hill. Some will be lost, yes, along the way, but it can run down the hill. Water runs down the hill. Form, matter, no problem. Physical, well, gravity. Water's just running downhill. Nobody, it's rain, let's say, water that's running down the hill. It's river water that's flowing downhill. All water does ultimately go to the lowest point. It's the nature of gravity and working on the water. But for Aristotle, there has to be some purpose for water rolling downhill. The older people will have said, water seeks its own level. Most of us who've said that today meant that in a purely metaphorical way. But when the term was coined, it wasn't. It was intended to represent this end goal, let me say it one more time, goal of water. Things went that way. So we demanded a motive, a outcome be part of every event. If I step on a thorn, thornness, matter, whatever it is that makes up a thorn, is probably, some kind of horny xylem, I don't know. But, hard stuff. The physical, it's there. My weight presses down. But why? Why did I step on that thorn? Why is that thorn made the way that it is that it goes into me? Yeah, okay, we can do that second part and people don't get too frowny. But what about me? Why is it going into me? Why is my foot susceptible to this? This kind of teleological reasoning, ends-oriented reasoning, has lost a lot of impetus in modern society. We don't tend to look for the motive, if you will. Aristotle called it the final cause, that place we were going to, the sake for which it is done. But sake implies a person for whom it is done, or a goal of a person that's being realized. And for some of us, that causes trouble. Don't let it. Embrace Aristotle's point. Aristotle is simply trying to offer us an account of why things happen the way they happen. If his account seems a little different than what we'd like to hear, well, that's okay. He's telling the story the best he knows how, doing the version that he best understands. So, the four causes of Aristotle form a tool for understanding the world for, 1,500 years at least, maybe more. It's only when we start entering into modern science and mathematical explanations for things that teleological thing starts to wither a bit. But maybe only a bit. Be thinking about it. Be talking philosophy.